Now, switching gears a little bit, in the past years, sports headlines weren't limited to just MVPs and leading scorers. The center stage of the sports world seemed to often focus on athletes behind bars. Now, some of the cases strictly individual or situational, but it's better to address a problem than ignore it. Tonight is part one on our series of athletes behaving badly. In 2012, there were 512 Division I athletes arrested. The University of Georgia accounted for 9 of those, the third most total of any school in the country. But perhaps even more alarming was Columbus was home to 2 of those. So, is it just kids being kids, or has it become a societal problem?
I think, that kind of attention, that kind of focus, that praise, sometimes almost adulation, leads to the development of what we call a narcissistic personality. And people like that tend to expect society to let them do whatever they want. And so is it any wonder that our athletes who are brought up in that kind of environment end up making bad decisions?
If you're so good, sometimes you get favor, and you don't have to necessarily get the same punishment that some of your teammates might get, or for that matter, do some of the same things that you have to do in school as some of the other students. That's just a fact of life.
They are put on a pedestal simply because everybody wants to see outstanding sports.
In our culture, we are so sports-oriented. We're a sports culture in America. And so athletes are paid more than any other profession. They get privileges more than any other profession. The attention they get, the adoration, the role models that they play for our young people.
I think that during my 40 years of coaching, I have seen tremendous changes and a lot of advances that were made that we didn't have back when I first started coaching.
When you talk about social media, when you talk about .com, whether it's Rivals or any of the others, these young men are rock stars before they even step off of their high school campus. They have so much to expect of these kids before they even graduate from high school.
In sports, the rules are clear. There's outs, fouls, offside penalties, all easily correctable offenses. But when it comes to real-world issues, the causes and their solutions, well, they're not so black and white. So how do we begin trying to keep these athletes on the right track? We'll have part 2 of this series coming up tomorrow.